just a short little Destiny 2 video. This is gonna be pretty short. Because so I was messing around with some mods recently, and I found a build on my Hunter that I just genuinely enjoy using. And no, I do not have a name for it, okay? Because I'm not a good person who's really good at making up names. So Dave, if you can find a name, go for it. I'll use it. Go ahead and just find a name. But it's just a build that just genuinely makes me survive longer. So, so for our super, let's go over our super and our weapons first. So, we're using Night Stalker, Way of the Trapper, Top Tree. Not specifically for the super, but for Vanishing Step. For reasons, okay? So basically when you dodge, you gain invisibility. And we'll go over why in a second. For our kinetic weapon, use whatever exotic you prefer in the kinetic slot. You can use whatever exotic you prefer in the kinetic slot. I just have Outbreak perfected. You got a lot of other exotics. You got Huckleberry, you've got Bad Juju. Use whatever the hell you want in the kinetic slot for your exotic. Because your energy and heavy slot are going to be taken up by legendaries, as you can see right here. Now, you have to use a 7 Seraph shotgun. Yes, you have to have a 7 Seraph shotgun. The perks don't really matter as much, but I highly recommend that you get lead from gold. Because that way when you pick up heavy ammo, you gain special ammo. So that way you just overall have more ammo. You can either use Vorp Weapon or Trench Barrel. This one just has Trench Barrel, which is better. You have to have a 7 Seraph Saw or the machine gun. You have to have this because it's a 7 Seraph weapon, and you have to have this thing. The perks don't matter as much on this thing. It's only the shotgun that I highly recommend you have lead from gold from. You don't have to have lead from gold, but it's highly recommended. Now, for our helmet, it has to be a solar helmet. It has to be a solar helmet. So that way we can get the Season of Dawn mod, last season's mod, charged up, which allows for 1 additional stack of Charge with Light. And how do we get that Charge of Light? Well, that's when we get down to our class item, or our cloak. And put Heavy Ammo Finder on, so you find more ammo for your 7 Seraph Saw. And that way the more ammo you find for this, lead from gold will give you more ammo for your shotgun. So overall, there's a double whammy right there. For your gauntlets, you have to have Protective Light, which is another Season of Dawn mod. And it states, while charged with light, you gain significant damage resistance against combatants when your shields are destroyed. This effect consumes all stacks of Charge of Light. The more stacks consumed, the longer the damage resistance. And you do get a strength penalty, which is -10. So go ahead and either use a strength mod to go ahead and just combat that, or go ahead and use, yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was messing around with some, I have a solar chest piece with Protective Light, and an arc piece somewhere here with, okay, so, we'll go down in a minute. Then on our chest piece, you want an arc chest piece. You have to have an arc chest piece. So that way you can get Sheltering Energy, which is a Season of the Worthy mod, which is from this season. Collecting a Warmind cell grants you an Overshield, which the Overshield's actually pretty tanky. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. So you have to have, and use whatever reserves you actually want, either shotgun or machine gun reserves. I went with shotgun reserves because that way, because I already have like a couple hundred rounds in the machine gun. And our exotic of choice is, as a matter of fact, the Orpheus Rigs. I wish I had Arc Orpheus rigs, but I don't have any Arc Orpheus rigs, and I'm not gonna waste my resources because these are pretty crappy stat rolls. So until I get some good stat rolls, I'm not gonna max sort these things. Period. But if we had some Arc ones, we would go for Shotgun Scavenger and Machine Gun Scavenger. Both of those, and probably one of our stat increasing mod, but we don't. And to our cloak, this is where the Charge of Light comes in. Has to be an Arc cloak. We're going through a lot of Arc today. For Warmind's Light, and it states becoming Charge of Light by collecting a Warmind cell. So not only are you going to get an overshield from Sheltering Energy by collecting a Warmind cell, you're also going to get Charge of Light. And after you get Charge of Light, and just in case for whatever reason, because I was doing the, literally like a few minutes ago, I was doing the repeatable mission on the moon, which is in the deep this week. There was a explosive cursed thrall. He blew up. I lost my overshield and all my health. This protective light saved my ass. Actually, quite a bit. You really want this piece and an Arc gauntlets. Now, I will provide you with some alternatives. You can go ahead and put a void, what's it called? You can have a void chest piece right here to use protective light, and you can use an Arc up here for Sheltering Energy. But I want to give you another alternative, okay? If you don't have protective light, okay? But, okay, or let's say you do not want to use charged up periods, okay? So you don't want to waste your solar mod slot. You can go ahead and use an Arc helmet and use Striking Light, which, by the way, is pretty good. You can use Striking Light, which is, it states, while Charge of Light defeating combatants with, okay, so that pick doesn't matter. It's using an Arc mod. Gain damage resistance against combatants while sprinting. So basically you take less damage while you are running, which by the way is actually pretty good. I used this. I actually used this mod before I used the charged up. So if you do not want to use charged up, go ahead and use Striking Light. Just make sure you have enough room for another Arc mod. Because in order to trigger the perk right there, the gain damage resistance, you have to use another Arc mod. Because as you can see, it's not lit up, so you're not gaining it. You put this back on, where is it? And as you can see, it's lit up. But if you use a general mod slot like Heavy Ammo Finder, it's not lit up because it's a general slot. So you have to use an Arc mod with this in order for it to really trigger right. Let's put one of those on, because I'm a crazy man. So, and I recommend putting machine gun reserves on your Arc helmet with Striking Light, so that way, well, you get machine gun ammo, and you get lead from gold ammo. You get lead from gold. So I honestly say, just guarantee yourself a roll with lead from gold, so that way you can just gain more ammo overall. The reason why I'm recommending this little build here is because I found the survivor. And okay, so off topic of that, like I said, whatever exotic you like for your kinetic slot, go ahead and have your happy little ass ahead. I was actually figuring of using Bad Juju, which is the other really good choice for this. And Monte Carlo is also pretty good. So the three exotics I recommend are Outbreak Perfected, Bad Juju, and Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is in case you want that smoke bomb, but you don't need it. So back on topic, the reason why I actually recommend this build a little bit is because I found the overall survivability to feel nice. The fact that I can survive longer, you know what I mean? The fact that I can feel like an absolute tank and actually survive a lot more shots in PvE allows me to feel more aggressive. Because I'm never aggressive in PvE. I never am. Period. Because you know why? Because I feel like whenever I am aggressive, I'm just gonna die. But this build right here has allowed me to be a bit more aggressive comfortably. So if you want to be an aggressive player on your hunter, or feel aggressive, I recommend this. So that, and yes, if you can get the resources to, go ahead and masterwork everything if you really want to, because next, I recommend having a masterworked arc cloak, so that way you can also gain, because with the arc cloak, I actually recommend using pump action and storm of lead, so that way on machine gun and shotgun kills, machine gun, shotgun, on both of those kills, you gain more super energy. And so that way you can pop down your tether and kill all of the ads that are, for whatever reason, pressuring you. Which just feels pretty nice. Seriously. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm only recommending this build because, I just wanted to... Because like I said though, this build allowed me to feel more aggressive. And I just wanted to have more survivability in PvE, which I never really did. And this allowed me to feel more aggressive. So like I said, okay, so we're gonna go over this one more time. Use top tree Night Stalker, so that way you can get in that vanishing step. So that way you can just go invisible and grab that Warmind cell to gain that overshield. For your kinetic slot, use whatever exotic just feels appealing. You know, like I said, Outbreak Perfected, just for the pure and utter DPS. Use Bad Juju just for the more super energy. Monte Carlo if you really want that smoke bomb, but I'm not going to recommend it. So the only two things I recommend here are Bad Juju and Outbreak Perfected. Which I know are hard to get. But like I said, just use whatever exotic kinetic is comfortable to you. As long as it's not a special, okay? Just make sure it is, primary. Get a 7 Seraph shotgun. Now, you do not have to have this perk, but I recommend Lead from Gold. Like I said before, you have to have Lead from Gold. Okay, not have to have, but I very, very much recommend Lead from Gold. Very much recommend it. And you have to have a 7 Seraph Saw. I'm not going to recommend any perks on this. Just get whatever feels appealing. I got Clown Cartridge Vorpal Weapon. Very good roll. You have to have a... Okay, so with the helmet, you can either use an Arc Helmet with Striking Light. And make sure you have another Arc mod available to you. Recommend Machine Gun Reserves. So that way you could gain damage resistance while running or sprinting. Or use a solar helmet with Charged Up. So that way instead of two stacks of Charge of Light, you gain 3. Well, you can have 3. You don't gain instantly 3, you can have 3 of them. And you have to have, okay, so with the gauntlets, you can use Protective Light, which states, let's read it again. Gain a significant damage resistance against combatants when your shields are destroyed. So which means when your screen starts bleeding red, blinking red, and your health bar is red, then this will trigger, and you just gain a significant damage resistance. And consumes all stacks of Charge of Light. The more stacks, the longer the damage resistance lasts. Or you can use a Arc gauntlets, just in case you want to put Machine Gun Reserves on, and use Sheltering Energy, which collecting a Warmind cell grants you an overshield. And with our chest armor, which is where I'm using, I'm personally using Sheltering Energy for the overshield. But you can also use a Void gauntlets Void chest piece for your Protective Light. But I recommend doing it this way. And just please make sure you have some Arc Orpheus rigs, so that way you can have a shotgun ammo scavenger, shotgun and machine gun scavenger, so you can just have overall more ammo. And whatever stat is appealing to you. And make sure you have to have an Arc cloak, so that way you could put one of the new mods, Warmind Light. which is basically you pick up a Warmind cell, you get the overshield from the other mod, and you get a Charge of Light stack. So that way, everything is focused around the Warmind cells. So you have to have Warmind Light to trigger Protective Light. So that's gonna be the end of the video. I know this is a lot shorter than what I usually do. My videos are usually 30-40 minutes long, but I just wanted to go over the build today because I just found out, because I was just using this for a bit, and I found out to have so much survivability, a lot. And so that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, leave a like. Leave a like, I greatly appreciate it. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one right here for either gameplay, my opinions, tips that are hopefully helpful, and just general conversations. Or if you get lucky and I actually grow a brain, more builds like this, because if I actually grow a brain. You know what I mean? So yeah. And don't worry, like I was saying like I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, I'm working on a build with the Warlock, basically the chest piece here. This basically where weapon kills while honorific extends its duration. I'm working on a build with that exotic chest piece for the Warlock and the new Heir Apparent that was from Guardian Games. So if you don't have the Heir Apparent from Guardian Games, you can't do the build that I'm going to recommend in the Warlock. So yeah. But this build, you can just get lucky, and the Gunsmith, Banshee, if he's being lucky, you can get Protective Light, Striking Light, and Charged Up. If you get lucky, of course. So, yeah. So, like I said, today, now is the end of the video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new, subscribe. And I hope you found this informative. And if you are on a hunter, use this. If your friend is on a hunter, but he wants to feel a bit more aggressive, and you think this would be helpful to one of your friends, go ahead and share this. Because I would love to see more people just be happy with this. Okay? Because, well, the more people that are happy with this, the better. And I hope to see you on the next video. Peace out, my fellow Guardians, and I love you all. Keep safe, wash hands, love you all.